Hi, I'm Katie, and if you like my videos, I hope you will like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Now, on to what I want to talk about today.
I woke up this morning to a strange rising fog on the lake. Evil was rising in that fog of war. Trump kills innocent people in the fog of war. When will it end with the psychopaths running this country? I am fed up with pedals running everything and now taking us into another war, a war for oil. Fed up with no one standing up to the psychopaths. Fed up, but I will still stay strong and say what I believe. Fed up but strong, fed up but still here.
Hi, I'm Katie. February 28th. That was a memorable day. I actually woke up in the night because I'm an old lady and you have to go to the John and stuff, and put on my little iPad, and I realized that we had gone to war. We had gone to war. February 28th. It was a Saturday. So I woke up that morning after I went back to bed to a strange rising fog on the lake. When I let Samson out, who's my little puppy dog, he was initially scared because the lake is right across the road. And the fog, it made me think about war. There is always fog in war. They tell us one thing, then another, all to cover up the truth. The truth is usually buried in business desires. People look for minnows using people that fight for religion and some kind of honor of the country or such. It's a tricky, scary business using people to fight these awful wars. It amazes me that so many people still believe the orange man's lies. Trump tells them a series of changing stories and reasons, and they believe that crap as if he is some Nostradamus or brilliant Einstein person instead of an orange maggot brain nincompoop. I can see through all this fog of hatred. Trump has created so much hatred in this country that he has somehow taken seemingly sound people, friends, and family that we all know and made them believe only his lies, not their eyes, not their moral upbringings. Nothing is sacred except for the orange man and his lies. Those that hate others because of religion or merely for the color of their skin, even their gender choices or sexual preferences, are allowed with Trump to think they are, in some way, superior to all of those other people. They are the chosen ones. They are special. And boy, don't you wish you could be special too? If only people would just tend to their own desires and leave others alone. In a world that I would prefer, we would help each other by educating everyone, feeding people, supplying universal health care not based on profit, and housing people in an affordable way. If we have money for war, we should have money for all of those other things. Why people can't see this is beyond me. I believe the Republican Party has done a good job of vilifying everyone who doesn't identify with them. So, perhaps people who identify as Republicans will continue to act this way because they feel superior to everyone else. They are the superior race. Isn't that crazy? They are certifiable, and I'm so fed up with the whole party. I see them as a villain now, all of them. The Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski's are evil. They talk about concerns and vote for everything the orange asshole wants them to do. The only one that has any morals at all is Thomas Massie, who has stayed in office and continues to try and hold Trump's feet to the fire with the Epstein files. You know, Trump wants him gone. He went down there and tried to work on that one because he's worked really hard to try and get him out of office. And who knows, maybe it'll work. I don't know. But I have respect for Massey. The Republican Party, though, is no different than a party of terrorists. They are fine with killing Americans who protest in the streets. They are fine with putting brown people in concentration camps and treating them like you would a rodent. They are fine with a guy getting a toothache in one of these camps and not getting any help at all, and sadly, eventually dying of sepsis. They are fine with women being charged with murder when they miscarry. Good God, can you imagine a life like that? Yeah, I'm in jail because I had a miscarriage. Ugh, suffering. They're fine with children being raped and possibly murdered by the rich and powerful pedophiles because, after all, the orange clown is in the files like a million times or so. We got to move on from that one. Yeah. They're fine with women being raped and having to carry their rapist babies. They are fine with the homeless because, after all, they are just lazy. The lazy scum of the earth, we're better off without them. They are fine with religion being in government because they believe in God, and their God is the right God. They are fine with gutting the research in health and embracing the anti vaccine movement because my body, my choice. Bullshit. Which seems to mean that those of us who believe in science are just flat out of luck. Boo hoo to us. Republican Party is the party of hate. And I am completely fed up with them all. The sorry lot of them that want to control women's bodies, people's votes, and now even whether a lefty should have a gun. But heaven forbid that we expect anything from them. You know, like feed children who are hungry or fight for universal health care. None of that stuff. They don't care about us. The fog of war, though, is all around us. It stirs the conscience of free thinkers, but the fog is filled with hate, largely because the Republican Party is the party of hate. My mom, way back in the 80s, she used to say, because she was a diehard Democrat, and Reagan was doing some crazy crap, like breaking the unions. My mom used to say back when Reagan was president, have you taken your hate pill today? So, as a fed up art lady, I will end this with her very words. Well, and one more. Have you taken your hate pill today, MAGA? Now, I'm hoping that some of you will like what I'm saying because I'm just fed up and I really am going to say what I want to say because people need to feel like there's someone else like that out there that thinks like you do. And I'm sure there are other people that feel like I do, especially women my age that have, had freedoms and stuff. But you young people need to understand there are those of us that are older, I'm 70, that really do care about your futures. I really care about it. My future, I don't have that many years left. Who knows how many? I'm 70. I mean, what the hell? I might not have many at all. So I'm not out here doing this for me. I'm trying to get people motivated somehow because I care about the youth. I always have. As a teacher, I cared about my students. I care about young people and I hope that they can have a good life. But it's getting harder and harder today in this system that has been created that the rich take all and the poor are just left to be some kind of servants to the rich. And war is something that churns up young people left and right by the wealthy bastards that are just out there to make money off war. So the fog of war, get that fog out of your mind and start thinking clearly because they want us to be all foggied up and like, oh boy, we are Americans and nobody can beat us. That stuff is just crazy. This is a strange war that was set up for Israel, yeah, and also for the Trump is wanting to put that, he wants the whole oil everywhere, like Venezuela. He wants that oil. He wants Iran's oil. So we know that oil, or minerals are always part of it, and it's always part of corporations, and that's what they do. They go take us to war, and young, beautiful people are taken from us. And we need to stop this crazy stuff. Thanks. Please subscribe, like, share, do whatever you can, but do something. Thank you.